Now we're going to have the official CTC report by our founder, Peter Langate, on our achievements in the last 1 year. I leave the floor open for Peter Langate. Now we're going to have the official CTC report by our founder, Peter Langate, on our achievements in the last 1 year. I leave the floor open for Peter Langate.
This time it will take 30-40 minutes. So by the way, I did not prepare any special requirements here because it's a little bit down with some infections. So the main focus of the next 30 minutes is going to be to recognize some of the guys and girls in CTC who have made amazing contributions in the last 1 year, like in the 7th year, March 2014 till February 2015. So now it's easy, so I just pick out some 20 people. So, of course, we all know there are like hundreds of volunteers and active contributors in the group. So, anyway, we still want to pick out a couple of people who really made some significant contributions to the group. We have the weekly ongoing events or some of the major events we organize throughout the year. So I'll just introduce one by one. So I'm not familiar with all the people, because as you know in CTC we have many different streams. I'm more of a trekker, I'm more of a runner. We go to photography, we go to green events and other streams. I'm less likely to be the expert there. So I'll call some people on the stage from those domains to introduce some of the people who are being nominated. If somebody can also manage some of the momentums, because you'll need to know. We have created a couple of nice personalized momentums this year, which makes more sense than a piece of acrylic. So every momentum is different. Okay, so let's take a look. I wish I could share some overall statistics, a number of events we have done, different types of events and all that stuff, but things have been very hectic in the last couple of days. So we're only prepared for the next few days. We summarize it here and then share it online in the group. So the first person that you want to recognize this year is I think, person or team, is something which makes CTC special, no doubt. So we do a lot of activities, we do cycling, we go running, we do mountain biking, we trek or original coursing, we do biking, we do a lot of kind of fun, adventurous outdoor activities. But there's this one team which is typically very, very silent in CTC. You don't see much online, except for recently we had an annual team there where we kind of brought into the light some of their wonderful efforts. So there's one team which has been very active this year in the 7th year, has done amazing things on various areas, and who really, gives like a totally different touch to CTC, just like being a group of fun people who go out in the jungle, have fun, or who go biking or running just there for yourself. These are the people who actually, while most of the outdoor streams take away a lot from nature, these are the people who give back to nature. So these are really guys, I'm not too familiar with them unfortunately because I don't join them frequently enough. But these are really the people who make a difference to CTC. And they are doing important work. You can also see that many of the speakers we had this year and even last year are actually speakers related to nature, related to sustainable living, to environment. So that again signifies the importance. So we can pop up the next slide, next one. So remember this year we introduced our annual Green Day. So these are some of the amazing individuals who have done great work in the group. So I'm going to call Siva to just say a few words on every one of these. And amazing guy. This slide is again specific to our center here at Chennai, so we'll have a separate kind of recognition for one other core center outside Chennai, mainly the Pondicherry team, which has done amazing work like during the last postal cleanup and also in the ongoing green activities. This slide is just focused on Chennai. Just be aware of that. We don't want to ignore what's happening outside our home base.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks a lot for your videos. Thanks, guys. This photo has been taken in the Green Day event. Okay, that's in that place, Canary near Walanjabad. We planted 1,000 saplings on Green Day, November 23rd. The next picture, that's Abhirami. She's by profession, she's a dentist, and she's an active volunteer in our activities. And she's constantly organizing events in our tree walks for kids and organizing tree planting events. And the next is money. We usually call him as a blood money. So because usually organize more donors for people who need blood during the emergency time. And he's one of the dedicated volunteers in our team.
Next to that is Shivkumar Shanmugarayu, manager, handsome boy standing here, who organizes most of the tree plantation events.
So he's by profession he's a software engineer. My passion is in organic agriculture. He's got a land near Walanjabad near Belur, and he's doing the agriculture in this place. He's one of the dedicated, very active volunteer in our team. And bottom one is Vinod Sundar. He's also a very dedicated volunteer, and he has done so much of yeah. He's here. Please stand up, please. Yes, and the bottom one is that picture has been taken in a heritage trip. So we planted a sapling during the Namalva's anniversary day, and in order to celebrate Rajendra Chola's 1,000 years in the festival. So that place is that photo has been taken. The below one is Parthiban. I think we missed here. He didn't come today. So he's one of the so lovely person. He usually attend participate in all the events along with family. Next is Aravind. So he's amazing person. So after his work is from his work starts from 5 o'clock, evening 5 o'clock till 3 o'clock. Even though he don't sleep at morning. Even though it's a Saturday, he don't sleep. He will come for the event. Very active person in our team. Next is Silva. That's Pandi team. He's an amazing guy. He's one of the pro organizer in Pandi team. This guy, along with Marlon and Brinda and Arun Jay Balan, they had done last Triple C in our Pondicherry. And they actively doing all the tree plantation activities and tree maintenance activities in Pondicherry. And the third one is Brinda. He's with us. Can you please stand up? He's one of the main organizers in Pondicherry team. He's done a lot of works in activities in Pondicherry. And that next picture is taken in Milam. That's tree plantation in organic. And the bottom one is most of you will know that Nandi. We also wish him. He's a very active person in CTC, along with cycling and trekking, organizing treks, and as well as contributing himself towards tree plantation, tree maintenance activities. Next week is also he's organizing one event in Polamaa. And next is Evangeline. Most of the people might not know him. He's a very silent guy in our team. Because of him only, we got a good relationship with the forest department. Earlier, we used to buy the saplings, purchase the saplings from private nurseries. But after his good communication contact with keep on communicating with the forest department, we are getting the fee of saplings with more than 5 to 6 feet saplings. It's a very good relationship. Himself and Krishna, he is in that picture. That picture was taken in Javadu Alja Marathon. After the marathon, we initiated the tree plantation drive over there. So that Krishna and having a good relationship with the forest department. This is one of the nice person in our. That's it. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for your.
Everybody is there.
Please,
நான் 3 ரூபாய் இல்லையா இல்லை ஷாம்
Also, whenever we try to recognize any of these guys, they never want to take personal credit. So still, I really want to recognize their amazing effort because really these guys, and again, not just brain warriors, but many of these guys are triathletes, they are runners, they are trekkers, they are not like unidimensional, they are multidimensional individuals. And mainly they care for Mother Nature, right? So I would really request many of the sports-only members of CTC to also spend a little bit of time in the many ongoing green events in our group. Okay, so now we'll move over to a couple of individuals. Next slide. So we'll show you a question mark, and we'll be introducing a couple of people one by one. So some of them come a lot of my kind of events, so I will be introducing them. Some of the other people I'm less familiar with, and I will ask somebody else to give a small introduction. So see whether you can guess this person. A couple of special characteristics we should give him away immediately. So he's a trekker first of all, he's a hardcore trekker. What shall I say? So he has come a lot on my treks. He has been the right hand on many of my treks. And recently he also started organizing himself. But
Gautam! Gautam!
Gautam is an amazing guy. I mean, he typically always works in the background, but actually he's doing so much work there. He's a very silent volunteer. He's an awesome trekker. He's one of the fewer members in this group who also has excellent navigation skills. He's now, since last couple of months, independently taking teams out. So he's taking the responsibility of people actually, of taking 20-member groups on new trails. Not too many organizers in our group who are kind of navigating, exploring new trails. He's also into sports and active in green activities, so he's like an all-round individual. I was actually going to introduce him initially as typically, but we said, I mean, if you look at all the pictures, I mean, if you have been with him, spending a lot of time with him, one thing that always surprises me about Gautam, whatever is happening, some emergency, somebody will tell an amazing joke, the whole group will be down, laughing like anything. Gautam can still keep a straight face. So very few people have actually seen him smiling sometimes. So if you go back to the previous slide, you can actually see that Gautam has contributed to so many things. Not just treks, but he has also been, amazing contributor in two major sports events, the Chennai Trail Marathon and the Jawad Ultra, where he was part of the trail marking team, even the Ironman in November. He was the main guy driving actually the marking of the running as well as the cycle trails. So amazing guy, Gautam. Thanks for all.
Gautam, a few words.
Let's say a few words, please.
And at least one good smile. One smile, please. Siridi.
Forget about organizing treks. First of all, participating in treks was itself.
one of the biggest things to happen in my life, according to me, with CTC. And even sending an invite, I will consider it as a big honor for me. And this, I am not even able to take it. I was just sending invites, but I organized Rex with Rudra and Jack, so we all did it together. I was not alone. We had to. That's it.
Okay, next guy. So there's one more guy which I've been working along closely with. So I can introduce him, then I'll have to switch over to somebody else. So the next person has been, is again a multi-dimensional guy, active in sports, active in trekking. So he also is a very busy person, officially personally, because he runs his own business. He's in the medical field. Has actually never been in the limelight, like being like one of the main organizers who will send out the invite, who will stand on the podium. But really in many of the events, many of my own treks, many of the major sports events, triathlons, we have gone to Dust Cross Canary, we had the Chennai Trail Marathon, we had the Jawaharlal. He was one of the hard people actually on the field to take care of a lot of things behind the scenes. So Ravi has always been an amazing volunteer, and himself also as a participant. As you can see that in the center, he is one of the few who completed the 3/4 Ironman, an amazing feat. So, really an awesome guy to have in the team. He's always my right hand. I mean, I might be the one sending the advice, sending the pictures, sending everything, but in the field, like 2 weeks ago, Javadu, MTB, he was the one fixing chains, broken saddles, getting the people from the back of the group to keep up with the team. So an amazing guy, actually very selfless and very, supportive towards the whole team that is on a trek or a sports event. Thanks, Ravi.
It's a great honor. I think last time when I went through the same exercise, I was just sitting in the table and said, okay, when do I get this opportunity? I think it's been 1 year I've realized that I am in the limelight of CTC. That's because of British. Because next time I go and make up my photo.
By the way, the order is completely randomized. I'm taking just a random list of people. For the next one, I will need some help because this is a person who has done amazing work, very consistently, done lots of events in the last 1 year. It's one of these streams where I'm not very active myself. So I think I will ask, do we still have, he was sitting here. Now PVS Kumar is still here. PVS.
He just now left. Take us.
And any people who are like very active on photography trips in CTC? No one is there. Anybody else? Then Noel, who is very active.
Sham?
Okay, Sham, can you come to the stage and say a few words on this person here?
This guy is we all started the same forum. So when we are budding photographers, we helped us, he also with us, and he never expected anything a lot. Seamless photographer and seamless worker, he don't hesitate for anything. Either to do photography work or arranging stuffs, being as a common man, everybody, like he'll be in common platform, he never explore himself, or he won't be, he knows about his presence. So that is him. And starting from heritage photography or everywhere else, you can see this guy. So he'll be much interested, not only taking photography, he wants others to explore in terms of real art, like can he framing the pictures, what is the lighting, metering, everything this guy has been mastering, but he won't be keeping the post like I know everything, but you should be doing that. Not only photography is not about take the good pictures, it's all about helping others. For example, if you find some other person is finding it difficult to take the good pictures and framing it perfectly, this guy will say, oh, it's okay, it's not that big deal. You can just make it a corner, and might be the picture might be very worse, but this guy will help a lot in making such a big thing. So that's it.
Thanks, Sam. So we can actually, I think everyone is so amazing gratitude in CDC as an organizer. One important thing about Nola and some of the other guys in the group is that they have been very consistent in providing amazing coverage on some of the sports events we have been doing, whether it's running, triathlons. So he always put a team together in the last couple of recent events. They have beautifully covered the dynamics of the sports events, and using those in that beautiful capturing of these sports events, we were able to make an enormous awareness impact on the social media. So these guys are very important to kind of help us in creating more awareness to get more people into sports, swimming, running, and cycling basically. Amazing work, No.
The next person is very active in CTC and very active in our team events. Though his profession might be different, he has
Everyone is thinking.
He's the first person in our team to organize kids tree walk in photograph, and that was a very wonderful event to engage the kids to involve them in drawing competition and involve them in getting identified the trees and the trees and all those things.
She here, she Abhiram. Anna. And next slide.
Abhiram. Ila, can you please come here? Yes.
இந்த மைக் இல்லாமே பேசுறேன். Thank you so much. I've been with CTC only for the past 8 months, and my first event was where I saw most of the Green Event core team organizers. I met Shiva, Praveen, Vinod, Masu.
Masu பத்தியா சொல்லுங்க.
Masu, Prasanna, Nambi. Other than Arvind, I met everybody in that event, and after that, main person who brought me into organizing was Arvind. And he's not here right now, but I'd really like to thank him because he motivated me a lot,
and made me Peter for this platform that he's offered, because without which I'm a dentist actually by profession. So I have no contact with anything else. Okay, I meet only dentists day in and day out. And I see so many other different people from different backgrounds and professions, and it's really wonderful. So I have to thank him and my green team friends and everybody else. Thank you.
You can just maybe show the previous slide once again. I mean, yeah. So these are some of the events which were organized. So quite a lot of contribution also. Yeah, next. So next person has been with CTC for many years. He's probably senior to most of the people here.
Rajakab.
That's like a quick guess. So again, same story. So initially, actually I think more than a year or more than multiple years, very silent person, very hard working, but always in the background. Never actually stepped in the limelight, never took up organizing or anything. But excellent in the field of trekking. So I'm talking about trekking mainly, not just trekking, he's also into running. What else can I say? I mean, he has been there for many years. He's typically like taking care again of the sweeping part of the group whenever we go out. He will be the main man to take care of the group from the back. And not just, I mean, Greg, Shankar has been also one of our...
Same t-shirt.
Same t-shirt, 5 years.
So Shankar is not very active on Flex, and if you look at the previous list, he has been organizing a large number of events. But then even before Shankar started organizing events in CTC, has always been like the right hand of the guy who sent out the invite or who put his name on as the organizer. But Shankar did amazing contributions, and has also been there always in many of the major CTC events like trail marathons, Jawad Ultra, Chennai trail marathons, taking up full responsibility of any of the most major sports events. So he's really like the right hand on many of these events. Maybe I can ask Shankar to say a few words.
It's always been a pleasure to do things to organize things, and maybe there are a few more tricks that are not in the list, Peter. And there was mic work பண்ணலடா இவன் இங்க வச்சு பேச வாய்க்குள்ள வச்சு தான் பேசுறது மேல
இப்ப கேக்குதா ஏய் கிட்ட வச்சு பேசு
That's it. It's better to do that.
Say a few words about Shankar, no? Say a few words about Shankar.
Siva, can you come once again to introduce the next person?
I've been asked to give clues about the next award winner. Those of you, I don't know how. If you are there on the green team WhatsApp group and your phone is pinging at 2:30 in the morning, then this person is wondering why his plants are not growing on the terrace. He's participated in 2 triathlons. He's gone on several treks with Peter. He's actually a very helpful guy. For instance, he'll carry an extra liter of water with me if I want to drink with him. He's participated in a lot of events with the green team. He seems like a very quiet and silent guy, but extremely resourceful, and one of the major pillars of the green team when it comes to organizing or motivating volunteers, mentoring new people. Tall. About 6 feet 3 inches tall. That's very short, actually. So, on behalf of Arvind, I would like our blood money to please come up. Blood.
Hey, both fine. Hey, என்னடா பண்ற?
Okay, next person I can introduce. Next person is not in the group. That's tip number 1. So next person again has been in CTC for many years. So he's been was one of our main organizers. Like 2 years ago, went a little bit less on the organizing side, but that's made amazing contributions on the event sides, mainly running events. He's actually the guy, I would say, who personally inspired me to start running, because he was one of the early guys to start running.
Durai.
Again, I mean, from being a hardcore cricket, one of the first guys organizers in CTC to really pick up navigation, to do exploration treks next to mine, was actually Durai. And then I think some 2 years ago he started running, and he inspired many people because very few people were running at that time. He's one of the main brains behind our running events. There's a lot of knowledge gained over the years. He has participated in many major running events, marathons across South India, and he always brings a lot of expertise to the organizing table whenever we organize the next edition of our runs. Amazing guy. So if we go to the previous slide, so he's one of the key organizers behind our trail marathon and the Javada Ultra. I think he was actually the guy who inspired the first full run in CTC. Initially we planned to do something in Shagara Hills, but eventually they went for Javada. That became major hit. So I think he would unofficially be, we don't have any titles and fancy names in CTC, but he would be our unofficial race director in the group. In addition to some other unofficial people like Prabhakar, who bring a lot of expertise to the group.
779. Wagonar. Who's got it? Can you please take it? Thanks.
Anyone staying close to Durai, location-wise, if you can pick up the momentum? Vijay? Vijay, if you can pick up the momentum in Durai's name.
I mute him. No.
Give it up, thanks. Okay, let's go down the list. I'm just keep looking at the phone, but I maintain the same order. Next, the field of biking. Biking, I used to be very interested in biking myself until I got this new machine. So after that, my bullets are getting rusty in the room. So I thought to ask, do we have some hardcore bikers in the group to introduce The next person, Saba, I think Saba is the right guy.
Balaji. இல்லை இல்லை
So, I think you're the right person now. Introduce the next person.
ஆரம்பி
This person, nice person. He has, multiple talents in terms of trekking and biking and involving in tree plantation activities. All this case, I have been with him in many events like tree plantation, biking also. So, very, when organizing biking, very biking events are very cautious. Everybody knows it because road and everything. We should follow safety measures, precaution, everything. So it's a right person. And recently is organized a tri-region trip Bhutan, comparing Bhutan and Nepal and India. Kavin.
Thanks my for
மைக் இப்படி வச்சுக்கணும் எப்படி வச்சு பேசுங்க
skill. Thanks coaching and Peter for me.
ஒன்றும் கேட்கல
கேக்குதுல்ல?
கேட்கல
Thanks actually. Thanks sir.
President and Vice President. Okay, next person I'll ask Raj to introduce.
No, Raj means Nachi. Where is Nachi? Nachi person. Yeah, Nachi.
Person we're talking about is not to be for the last year and a half or two, and give it some time. Yeah, avid trekker, very strong-minded, does not give up. Even if he or she falls, she gets up and walks like nothing happened.
That's the only she who organizes trek.
Yeah, see, I've not met anybody in the last 4.5 years, any girl who can keep up with the guys and who can beat the guys in their, in their endeavors. She's really tough. Prashanti. It's becoming so difficult to see girls, In fact, we have an event coming this weekend. It says one who dares is not reserved to males. Can we have more girls coming, So, it's the event that she's going to be organizing. I'm sure she's got something to say.
Thanks a lot. Actually, I would like to thank CTC and Peter for giving me this opportunity, and I'm sure a lot of girls can also come in, so that's the reason why they're doing this girls' strike. Seriously, I would like to see more girls participating in strikes.
Highlight.
Thank you, Raj, Raji, and everyone, all my co-organizers, organizers, everyone, and Peter, being a big inspiration. Thank you.
I just want to add something. She also bikes with us. She came on a 5-day trip to
the Konkan coast. We went all the way to Goa and came back to Chennai. She came on a bike trip to Pichavaram and Vancouver and all this. She also runs the marathons. She does cycling. So she's just not in trekking. She does a lot more than what you can see.
Next person is very senior in CTC. Has made amazing contributions, I think, like nobody else in the group. A hardcore trekker, not much into sports as of now. Hope that will change. That's one of the options, yeah. But Prishan is trying to get to cycling and running at least. So again, he's one of the few organizers who picked up the talent of explorations and navigation, map reading. So it's I think one of the only guys next to myself who has taken out people on 9-day survival missions. My own business last 1 year, but still, like last year I think when I showed the list of them, it was like not fitting in one slide. So almost every 2 weeks he did something in here. Even though he was very busy personally, he still, there's so many things in CTC, and not just trekking. He did all kinds of trips, not just in Nagla, the usual location, but in many other places in South India. So he found also the founder of the Empress within the group, like a team with their own dynamics, and recently, as you know, right, they did a 150 event, so amazing contributions to CTC as a whole. There are a few words.
நேரு இருப்போம் நீங்க பேசி ஆகணும் பேசுங்க
So we only have a budget for 20, so we're running down the list. Next person, again, I need a little bit of help to my shame. He's like an amazing guy. I will ask, where is our anchor? Please.
Sandhya.
You will be the best person to introduce.
What a beauty!
A multifaceted personality, does not really talk much but shows in action, extremely quiet and very, very polite, rarely gets angry. When he gets angry also, he's very quiet. Most people don't know that he's actually strong. He was part of the PX exploration treks and all. They only see him during tree plantations. Manager, please come on stage.
He is the first person to give a good platform to everyone. Before coming to CTC, everyone used to sit in the during the weekend we used to sit and relax in the weekend. But after coming to CTC, everybody's weekend is busy. So the main reason is Peter and the core team behind Prabhagar and all the core team and ER team members, everybody in the team. And I would like to thank my friends who are supporting all the replantation activities and supporting all the activities, because we respect our nature, because we used to go for trekking, and so in order to give back to nature, we need to do something for the nature. So that way we are doing that. So whenever we get the time, please contribute to us. Thanks, Peter.
He is part of the every events, treks, all our activities, whatever is happening. He is one of the first guys we approached, and be day or night, whatever time I call, he answers the phone. Otherwise, the next night he calls me back again after a day's time. So he gives us the.
Oh, I skipped a couple of people.
Oh my god.
Yasser, you can please come to the... Yasser has been the man behind, we do a lot of amazing events in CDC, amazing events, runs. So Yasser has been the creative designer of many of our beautiful logos, like the July Ultra, the Chennai Trail Marathon, the Triathlon. He has designed amazing logos which stick to the mind and give their own identity to our events. Thanks a lot, Yasser, for a lot of sleepless nights. So, usually Flat will make a collage with all the logos and all the posters, banners he has put together, but that would be a little bit more like a sponsored banner or something, so we just give a generic CTC collage. Sorry, I skipped a few people there, sorry for the slip up. We'll have to wind up, go a little bit up. Once again. Okay, next person I think we already gave away. So here's again, one of our core people has been there for many years in CDC, hardcore collectors. Never used to organize much, just like Shankar, Stephen like Brishesh, some of the guys who are really right hands but never kind of step into the limelight, do a lot of work in the background. So same with this person actually has been the right hand of mine on many of my difficult treks in the past years. Last year or 2 years ago he moved out of Chennai. And he's one of the few guys actually who had the consistency and the energy to kind of start doing CTC events outside Chennai. Nobel has been very supportive, like right hand to any organizer of the track. Nobel has been very active. If you go to the previous slide on CTC cycle events, both we have seen him done a couple of triathlons in Bangalore. He also did some trips to North. He went pretty much along with new people doing a 2-week cycle tour over there. And has done a lot of cycle trips to Nicaragua, as well as a couple of workshops. Regarding cycling and triathlon. So that's novel. So let's shift the momentum to Bangalore. So next one. Yeah, so next one I'll take up also being ready to use.
Right.
This guy started off late with us, but past 1 year he is very much into organizing events and running. And
Murli.
yes, Murli.
Murli ji.
Not only sportsman himself, so we have a lot of sports people in the room here, but Murli actually put Paper City, I think, in the bottom left corner there. So this was in just before the Chennai Coastal Cleanup 3, which must have been like more than 2 years ago. We came with this kit and he helped us cleaning up garbage on those 3 areas along the ECR. So we used some of his kids' pictures in the Coastal Cleanup 3 posters. So in addition to being a sportsman, very active, consistent sportsman, I remember that last year when we had the 10 by 10s, I think that's where again he joined in onto running on CTC. When we stopped on the 7th 10 by 10, we saw it in December right after the week, the whole momentum dying down. So he was the man who actually kept up the momentum throughout December, January, till Murli has also really been one of the few key board members in the major running events that we have organized. Both Chennai Trail Marathon as well as the Hard Ultra. Murli was one of the key organizers behind the scenes. So you might not have been aware, but he made a lot of contributions and a lot of dedicated work behind the scene, not just during the event, but also during the weeks of planning and organizing work before the actual events. Thanks a lot, Murli. Share a few words with me.
Thank you. It's a great honor for me. Thank you, Peter, for this platform, Prabhakar ji, and my especially running friends.
Sivanik, you're hoping either you or somebody from your team will be the right person to introduce the next. Who is the right name? Abhi, please.
Hey Silva. Hey Silva.
I'm a multi-dimensional person, both active in green as well as sports events and track events, actually across the field.
Silva.
This next person, as I told earlier, I met him in the first tree plantation event itself, and whenever he's around, he's always very light-hearted, he's always cracking a joke, he takes nothing too seriously, but he is a real hard worker on the field. He loves kids, and a lot of his photos on FB and his WhatsApp profile pics have a kid with him always. Yeah, you're right, it's Nambi. And I think many of you know he's also a trekker, and he's been cycling a lot along with Vinod as well now. So he's real ardent in tree plantation. And Okay, that's it. I think Vinod can take the...
Next we have Yaza, which skip to. Couple of hints on this guy. So very active in the field also initially. On tracks especially. Used to come along with me to Bobby Goody.
Balaji Mohan.
A lot of people were there, so I think it's early for guessing stuff. So one was February 2010. So we had a few trekkers getting lost in Namabinguri, going to a different trail, and one of the people actually kind of fell down a small fence like some white maple rock, and a fracture in his foot, and it took us like 2 days to get him out of the field. Rajesh Atria, indeed. So very active initially, but unfortunately after that incident, he has been suffering with some shoulder injury, been dislocating his shoulder frequently. But still one of the main, next to Yazar, also one of the main creative designers in CTC is Rajiv. So he's Bangalore based. He is, again, not very visible, but all his work, comes. He has made amazing designs in the coastal cleanup and the recent MPD materials, big designs, t-shirt designs, logo designs for all kinds of sports events. So Rajiv is typically somebody that I will be working with in the middle of the night, starting from midnight till 6 o'clock in the morning, sending drafts back and forth. So has made amazing contributions to many of the sports events in terms of creating awareness through beautiful posters that allow us to reach out on the social media. Okay, next yeah, so the next person will need some help, I think, from Mo.
I guess I'll be audible. So actually this guy was like is supporting me in all the events which I organize, and the most which he loves is kids and old people.
Pramoda.
Keep going.
Yeah, so actually, all the trips which I started to organize, he comes in forward and then he helps me with the locations, and he goes to that particular location, talks to that local, and then
collect the details.
Yeah, so his organization is like no words to say.
Again, I need to reach out to my green hand. There goes the first clue.
His personality is, we are celebrating now in different ways, in our tree plantation activities also, as well as, he is along with, Ilandri, he has given good support with communicating with the forest department. And as well as, one more thing I want to say that, last year we conducted at Jamaica Ultra Marathon. He is a very supportive guy, helping out, getting the permissions from forest department. Because it's not easy to get the approval from forest department during conducting the marathon in Jamaica. So he's a very active guy. He has helped us a lot to get approval.
So I still remember for the Javadu, right? Javadu, the program actually goes to a lot of research forest. We had to get permission from the forest department, and Krishna was really going for weeks and weeks, and I think it was even months behind the forest department, going to Velachari, to the forest and having constant meetings, constant follow-up to get us into Javadu to organize in addition to Javadu, he was organizing the other events you can see on the screen there. Okay, moving on to the next person. The next person is again Praveen. Can I ask you to introduce the next Praveen?
This guy, when he started trekking, he did almost some 55 45-50 treks in a year. He is a regular adventurous guy. He goes for biking, trekking. He's not here now. He's based out of Bangalore right now.
Balaji Mohan. Photos now.
This guy operates the Indian United. I think he's one of the CTC actually, he's a good explorer. He doesn't use the same route for twice. If he goes for one route, and he'll go back another route. Even if he does not know the route, he will try and bring the team. He used to ride in the stream during the summer. In the winter, it will be full of water. Adventure sketches.
So Balaji was also one of the participants on my difficult treks. I still remembering the later PX missions, PX10, PX11, PX12, where we actually went very deep inside along the escape routes in Polamaa. He used to be there, and Balaji always used to carry along 2 kilograms of camera lens DSLR with him. Like an amazing trekker, and then also he has done some serious expeditions to north on the bullet, as well as if you go to the photo frame on the top left, Balaji was actually our main man in the last coastal cleanup when we did a cleanup. Silence please. So Balaji was the main man on Bangalore when we did a coastal cleanup across 10 metros in South India. So he got several people together, environmental groups and corporates in Bangalore, and then we participated in our India-wide coastal cleanup, rivers, streams, lakes. Okay, so we're almost down the list. Next person again, I have to reach out once again to Siva.
Okay, manager.
This person is a very active person in CTC. Most of the people knows him. Okay, and he was along with Peter. Most he has almost many treks.
Masu, hey.
And he is one of the main mentor as well as backbone to all the main activities. And he's a really good inspiring person. He's the one who allows do the organic farming, all those things. Very one of the inspiring person to many people. Can say that.
Hey. மாத்தி கொடுத்துறாங்களா?
Sorry, I skipped top people again. Sorry. Oh, Masu again. Well, Masu, I mean, very active in green as we all know, right? But also like a very hardcore trekker. I remember when we were getting stuck on mission PX5, one of the more notorious Polamaa exploration missions. So we were like in a pretty tight situation there, out of water in the middle of the night, stuck on a very steep ledge. So he was always the guy who kind of took care, stayed behind, took care of the team. He's also been a sportsman. I remember that the first edition, the Buckingham Canal Marathon, he just went in a full marathon directly. So amazing guy. Okay, we'll have to rewind again a little bit. Excuse me, I think my oxygen level in the brain is dropping. Next person I will again ask Noor to introduce.
So, So this guy is like, he started off with photography, and then he started organizing many advanced level photography trips, and like he was one of my mentor who taught me how to like, as Sham spoke more, like, so taught how to frame and how to edit photographs. And then like even I called him at night and asked him like, okay, I have a doubt in this, like how to edit it, and he helps me. And he organizes like, and he also does many like 3-day, 4-day trips into jungles and nature. Like one Sakleshpur trip, which I think it was last year, and then Agumbe, where it is completely nature oriented, so that you can learn photography more. That's it. So basically, he teaches.
Next person, Prem does not want to talk, but I've asked Prem to introduce the next guy. He's in hardcore trekker. He's a hardcore mountain biker. And he's also a sportsman.
அவன் வந்து எப்படி வெயிட் தூக்க வைக்கணும்னா ட்ரக்ல இருக்கிறதுலேயே நீதான ஸ்ட்ராங்கான பையன், நம்ம டீம்லேயே நீ தான் ஸ்ட்ராங்கான பையன், ஆர்கனைசரை விட நீ தான் பையன், ஸ்டார் பையன் மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் எடுத்துட்டு வந்துரு, இந்த குண்டா மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் எடுத்துட்டு வந்துரு அப்படின்னு தான் இருக்கும். அது எல்லாத்தையும் தான் சொல்லுவேன். அவன் அதுக்கு மட்டும் இது அவன் ஒரு டீல் போட்டு, நான் இப்போ எடுத்துட்டு வரேன், ஆனால் நைட்டு சாப்பாடு போடும்போது எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் எக்ஸ்ட்ரா போடணும்.
சம்பா எங்க சம்பா
யாருன்னா ட்ரெஸரண்ட் என்னுடைய 2 டீமில் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணா.
Difficult one.
Difficult, extreme difficult. And marathon 1 time participate பண்ணா.
மகேஷ் மணிவண்ணன்.
And இப்போ ரீசெண்டாக நம்பியோட சேர்ந்து ட்ரக் ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணிருக்கேன்.
ராஜ்குமார்.
Rajshekar.
She's here.
No, he's not.
No.
I'll always remember that. So I think Raj initially joined a couple of events with other organizers, but I will always remember when he came into my treks. That's for sure 5th year edition. So there he kind of really stood out. I mean, very strong biker. I mean, heavy man, and then also recently diversified in mountain biking. He did some touring, I think, with Nandi, and also sportsman. So multifaceted organizer. If you go to the previous slide, he has also been doing different things. He has been on social packs, all kinds of different activity in the group. Okay, so this is where we wind up a little bit with top 20. This is how far we came with like a couple of nightless days, I mean sleepless nights and days of creating personalized momentum. There are still a couple of guys still which I want to recognize. We don't have any momentum to give right now. We can probably create something in the coming days because they have also done significant contribution in the group. So let me put the next person on the list. Next person is an emperor. So I think again, Prem might be the right person to introduce shortly. Next 2 guys will like to introduce.
ஏதாவது ஒரு இன்ஜினியர் மோஸ்ட்லி வந்து ட்ரக்ஸ் வரும்போது ஏதாவது இன்ஜினியர் பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
கடைசி வரையில் நின்று எவ்வளோ இழுத்தாலும் வந்துடுவான். அண்டு மென்டலி பயங்கர ஸ்ட்ராங்கான பர்சன். வெரி ஸ்ட்ராங் அண்ட் ஒன் ஆஃப் ஸ்ட்ராங் ஆர்கனைசர்ஸ் CTC.
Well, give us a few days to, we're running out of time to put something personal together for you all to look. We can show, however, the events Ribbon has been organizing in the last 1 year. Also, a considerable list of it is there. We don't have a collage. We only have 24 hours in the day. Last 3 days, so like it. But Ribbon has been pretty active in various places and tricks. Thanks, Ribbon.
Ribbon and வார்த்தை பேசி போகுதா please.
இவன் என்னோட ட்ரக்கில் ஸ்டார்டிங்கில் ஃபஸ்ட்டு பீட்டரோட ட்ரக் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தான். ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் என்னோட ட்ரக் பண்ண ஆரம்பித்தான். அதுக்கப்புறம் ரெகுலராக என்னோட ட்ரக் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தான். அதனால் எப்படின்னா என்னால் முடியல ஸ்டார்டிங்லேயே சொல்லிடுவான்.
மகேஷ்
கடைசி வரையில் நின்று ட்ரக்கை முடிப்பா. அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் அவன் ட்ரக் வந்தானா நம்மளுக்கு அந்த என்டர்டெயின் பண்ணோம் அப்படிங்கிறது நம்ம அதை கான்சன்ட்ரேட்டே பண்ண அவனே எங்கே இருந்தாலும் மாற்றி ஒரு 10 இருப்பாங்க. அவங்க எல்லாமே பயங்கர ஜாலியாக முடிச்சுக்கிட்டு டைம் போகிறதே தெரியாது. மகேஷ்
பெஸ்ட் யூத் பெஸ்ட் என்டர்டெய்னர். Magesh Manivandan.
Okay, next person I'm going to ask Raj to introduce. Raj, please. Give some time to introduce.
2011, when I was only trekking with Peter, and to find somebody like-minded and somebody who was daring enough to try out something, to explore, to take a risk. I needed somebody. There were very few people in CTC who were willing to step out.
Nachi.
Nachi was one guy who synced with me, and we have done just 2 of us have gone on private treks to explore, to check out, to do things that we wouldn't dare do with the group. We have done quite a lot of stuff together. Nachi has been busy with his studies, but he's always been there anytime for adventure. He's been training a lot of other people down below, and we've been trying to raise people who will, take the mantle from us. Okay, deviant minds.
Raj, can you elaborate on you have done a lot of stuff together?
You can join us for next time.
Okay,
few words.
The first thing I'd like to say is our treks are very clean and nothing shady happens. We follow all the rules. So if anybody wants to actually know what really happens on private treks, you're willing to go. I mean, you're welcome to go with Raj. You'll learn a lot from him. That's all I'll say. And the other thing I'd like to say is, I think it's a great honor to be recognized like this. But the person who really needs, who actually deserves all this recognition, is Peter Van Gate, because without him, none of us would be here. Trekking, and he has actually made a huge difference in all our lives, and I think that's I think that's a really great achievement. So, thank you.
So next person, I'll ask Nachi to say a few words.
Hey, yeah, it's working. It's working. It's working.
The next person is has been a great friend of mine.
The mic is better.
Yeah. The next person is a great friend of mine, and he just introduced me. So it's Raj Jacob. As I said, Raj Jacob has taught me a lot, not only in the realm of trekking, but about life, about a lot of other things. One of the senior most members of CDC, I think not only in age but also in experience, and he definitely has a lot to, anybody can really learn a lot from him. So that's Raj Jacob for you. So one of the things that really stands out with Raj Jacob is a school head, right? And I think anytime there's a problem in CDC, anytime there's some advice has to be given, or anytime somebody has to take action, I think the first person everybody calls is Raj Jacob. So I think he should be recognized. I think that is the main aspect of Raj Jacob. His school head. On any trek, if there's any problem, you can always rely on him to keep calm, sort out the issue, think critically, and then solve the problem without any hindrance to anybody. So I really think we should appreciate all of that. And give applause for the exemplary service that he has rendered to our CDC and all of us for the past 4 years. Thank you.
If I have to capture what I feel about CTC and what CTC has done for me in the last 4.5 years, it's been amazing. When I first joined CTC, I registered in CTC. Nobody wanted to take me for any of the treks because they saw my age and said, "Okay, this guy, forget it." I started off in 2011, 2010 December as a social trek. And then I started with Ravi Ghosh, my first trek in Bangalore, because not many people registered from Chennai to Bangalore. Sorry?
That is the difference, Ravi Ghosh.
Anyway, I have learned a lot about socializing. I've learned a lot about leadership. I've learned a lot about management. I've seen a lot of people in my 4.5 years. I've had a lot of friends. Usually, that we have a mindset that so-and-so is my type, so-and-so is not my type. Over here, you learn to get along with everybody, all kinds, and you start seeing the good things about people and not what you don't like about somebody. It's been so amazing the way my mind has changed over the years. And Peter's been a great inspiration for me. The kind of treks that we did, the kind of treks that he conducts. Not many people today are following anything that Peter taught. I think Brijesh has been an inspiration for me. Very few people in CTC have been an inspiration. Brijesh, if you want to know how he has inspired me, is he knows the territory without a GPS. he knows what he's doing. Not many people know how to do. People get lost with GPS here. So, a lot of people here in CDC who has inspired me and they have taught me a lot of things. There's only one thing I would like to pass on is that, I don't know how long I can go on doing what I'm doing. I've had injuries over the years, but no matter what, as long as I can do it, as long as I can move my leg, I'll continue to do what I can. I'll continue to contribute. I'll continue to raise people for CTC. I'll continue to motivate people in whatever way I can. That's my commitment.
I also want to add to what Max was concluding, right, that sometimes when there are some critical situations, some unfortunate... Sometimes when there are some unfortunate incidents, like pretty black moments in the group, Raj has always been there. When many people turn heads the other side, when it got too hot, and so he has always been there in the heat of the fire, actually, in the last several years, standing by, resolving very critical situations, difficult situations in the group. So, amazing guy, actually, very dependable. Okay, so that is actually the list as of now. So there are a lot of tens and hundreds of other people which I would like to recognize, but we need to kind of keep it within a reasonable count. So we want to close it up here. Maybe we can just come out to the front maybe for a final group picture of everyone together.